couple months into my professional nail career, I started to realize that I started getting really self-conscious about how much time I was spending on each application. And a big portion of this was because I was doing like the very traditional 3-bead method. Today, I'm going to go over 2 important things that I did to make sure that I was able to cut down the amount of time that I was spending on each set. So for this demonstration, we're going to be using Vanilla Cream from the Makartt Pro Cover Acrylic Collection. Now, with that first bead, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to place this bead just a little bit higher up on the nail than I usually would. So it almost runs all the way to the apex and then goes all the way down into the tip of the nail. With that first bead, you want to make sure that we're working with a slightly more hydrated brush so that we're able to work and tap it through. But at the same time, you want to also make sure that this acrylic bead is not runny, or else you're going to have a very hard time building any sort of strength and structure to the nail. With the flat side of the 100 Kolinsky brush that I got from Makartt Pro, I'm going to run it down on the sides of the nail to almost crispen and shape this up. Surprise, surprise, a lot of people actually forget to do this, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably one of the most important things that you're ever going to do to help you cut down your acrylic application time, because the crispier, the straighter, and the better your application, the easier you're going to have of a time working with this acrylic when you're filing, which means minimal filing, minimal e-file, which means that you're going to improve your acrylic application time by so much. With that second bead, we're going to place this down right below the cuticle and then push our way back up while keeping the client's fingers pointed downwards. This beautiful bead is going to turn into where the front part of it is the cuticle application and then the bottom part of it is more like the acrylic application. When you're going through to blend the top bead back into that first bead, you want to make sure that you're working with only the tip of your acrylic bead towards the very tail end of that second bead so that you're not crushing and taking that apex bead away. What we're doing is using only 2 beads to cover the entire nail to build that structure out of a 3-bead method.